Up next, we have another freshman from Baldwinsville, New York, Annie Gorham.
Hi, I'm Annie, and I would like to tell you all of the first bat mitzvah I ever attended. I was about 8. It was for the daughter of my mother's friend from college. So I had no idea who these people were, but it didn't matter because I was getting so much free stuff. I got free socks, free sweatpants, and a free yarmulke, and there was so much food too. There was a salad bar, a salmon bar, a build your own hamburger bar, a brisket bar, a sundae bar, and 2 cakes. Like, I was busy, And then it came time to dance the hora. And so they lift up the girl in the chair, and everyone's dancing, and they're playing Hava Nagila. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Like, it was great. So I go over to my mom, and I'm like, can we do this for my bat mitzvah? And she says, no. And I must have said, why not? With so much sincerity. Because then she goes, Annie, we're not Jewish. Looking back, there were some clues that I was perhaps not Jewish. For example, 2 months prior, my brother and I had made our first communion in the Catholic Church. You know what food you get at a communion? A single wafer. And there's no salt or anything. Body of Christ. It's not even seasoned. I vaguely remember doing a reading from the Bible at my communion in front of all my mom's friends and thinking, should I ask someone to tell me what this means? Nah, it's probably fine. And when I was done, I got played off by an old woman in the back doing canon in D minor on an organ. The girl whose bat mitzvah it was got to be ushered into the room with dancers, and the band was playing Hava Nagila again, but this time it had a key change, so it was even better. I was also super interested in having a bat mitzvah because I never really got to have, like, my moment at communion, My brother went the same day as I did, and when it was his turn to walk up the aisle, as he gets closer to the altar with each step, he's just progressively weeping. And everyone sitting around my family was like, look at him. He has found the Spirit. He's seen an apparition. The Lord is with us. But I knew he was faking because we weren't here for the grace of God. We were going to IHOP after this. But he's like still crying as he gets to the altar. So much so that even the priest was like, my son, are you good? And he's like shaking, he's like almost convulsing now and pointing to these huge vases of lilies that were all around the church. And turns out he wasn't faking. He was severely allergic to lilies. But we just kept going with his communion, though while he was crying the entire time, we were all just kind of there like, this feels symbolic of something, but I don't know what yet. Anyways, back to bat mitzvah. So I'm crying under this table, right? And just to double check, I asked my mom, can I be Jewish? Now, she was raised in a strict Irish Catholic household, but she was trying to be more open-minded than her parents. So she just is like, yeah, if you want. Can I have a quinceañera at least? That one's probably a hard no. Now, at this point, my dad has walked over and he's trying to help, but he's a professor, so he's just kind of telling me about like the history of Judaism, which didn't feel relevant, but I guess it's important, nonetheless. But this gave my mom then time, I think, to try and figure out how long I thought I could have been Jewish, because I went to Sunday school and everything. Thing is, I didn't realize VeggieTales was about the Bible until I was 16. Did you know there are at least 60 books in the Christian Bible? I found that out last week from Jeopardy. I thought there were 5. Exodus, Genesis, Luke, Corinthians, and, oh no. Anyway, somewhat obviously, no one in my family goes to church anymore, but I still listen to Hava Nagila sometimes. Thank you very much.